Good morning. I hope you're doing well. Happy Friday. This week has been another crazy week for me, it seems. So I hope you guys are staying well and staying healthy. And so the title of my videos today is Saying No to Self-Doubt. So if you guys are watching this live on YouTube, or if you're watching this live on Facebook, I would encourage you to head on over to YouTube when this video is done, type in my first and last name, and then hit the subscribe button and the bell to receive notifications for every time that I come live. On my channel, you will find lots of yoga videos, meditation, self-love topics, learning to find self-love at any size through lots of different holistic and mystic approaches. So let me know how your Friday is going this morning. I'm going to pull up my video here, make sure I can say hi to you guys if you're coming on. And then if you guys are watching live, just please say hello so I can say hi back to you. And then if you're watching on the replay, hashtag replay, and then I'll come back on later and say hi to you then. So let's get into it, you guys. So self-doubt is something that I've been hearing a lot of lately in different self-love communities that I'm in. And self-doubt is huge when it comes to so many different aspects of our life. Because when we doubt ourselves, then we don't show up as we should, or we sometimes don't show up at all, right? And so self-doubt is things like, I'm doing this video. Are people going to like it? Is anyone going to watch? Is self-doubt is, should I wear this top? I don't think it makes me look as good as this one does. I should wear this one. It could be, I can't apply for that job. I'm not good enough. It could be things like, I could never run my own business. I'm scared to. What if it fails? And so when you're hearing all these different self-doubt kind of like conversations in your mind, it really comes down to fear, right? And fear is so huge when it comes to learning about ourselves, showing up confidently, stepping out of comfort zones. So much of this is linked back to fear. But what I'm going to do for you guys this morning is come up with 3 simple ways to start saying no to self-doubt. So self-doubt is always going to probably happen. I feel like probably the most successful people even have moments of self-doubt. But it's knowing what to do with it when it pops into your mind, right? It's knowing how to handle that self-doubt and kind of like change the perception of it to something of more of like confidence and transforming that fear into courage. So the first tip for you guys is whatever you're thinking doesn't make it true. So that's the thing that we have to realize, is that our thoughts are not always true, and that we have to, once we can start to understand that our thoughts are built upon either things we've learned or heard or experienced throughout our lives that have made up this kind of false image in our minds of what life has to be like, and just kind of settling for what we feel like, what we experience, what we do. It's all kind of based upon what we've either learned growing up as children, situations we've encountered, if you've been bullied or teased ever in your life, or if you've experienced body shaming or fat shaming, wherever you're coming from, those situations and experience you've had in your life are going to make up that thought that gets stuck in your mind of those negative things. So the first thing to think about when we're talking about self-doubt is knowing that whatever you're thinking doesn't make it true, and not giving into those thoughts. Because when you give into those thoughts, then you usually stay stuck where you are. You never have experienced that growth. You never step out of those comfort zones, and you kind of leave, or you kind of sit in life just kind of being. And so like something that I've learned that I've started to kind of implement in my life is do it anyway. Because guess what? If you wear this shirt, wear the swimsuit, apply for the job, take the leap, sign up for the course, whatever it is that you're talking about in regards to your life specifically, do it anyway. Because guess what? You're probably going to learn something. If you make mistakes, that's okay. If people don't accept you, that's okay. It's just being able to step into your own person and your own power and your own light, and being able to shine that regardless of all of the things that you think in your mind that are possibly against you, and just seeing all these things that potentially could be obstacles, seeing them as a gift. Because guess what? It's going to make you a stronger person. It's going to make you a better person. Uh, is it hard? Yes. It's not easy to kind of keep those self-doubt thoughts or those negative thoughts at bay. Like, I get it. Like, I experience moments of that also, right? But I think really it's just changing your perspective in that moment to start to come from a place um, of courage, of doing it anyway, of knowing that you're worthy, and just keep telling yourself that. When you have those self-doubts creep in, really start to transform that sound or that thing that your mind's telling you, and transforming it into the positive. And so the second tip for you guys about transforming or about saying no to self-doubt is to have fresh air. And fresh air is kind of a general term, and it's really, you'll understand why I say fresh air. Um, it's just really coming back to the present, because I know when we're thinking about these situations where they're uncomfortable or they're uneasy, or you feel like you're going to be judged by it or you're going to fail, it's really coming back to the present moment, because when we can live from the present moment, that's really when we're going to experience joy and happiness and fulfillment, and courage is being in that moment, because that's the only moment you can control, is the present moment, the moment right now in this moment, right? We can't control the past. The past is in the past. We can't control the future. But all we can do is worry about this present moment and what we are doing in this moment, and being grateful and showing up for that moment the best possible way that you can. Uh, and how we do this, there's lots of different practices you can do for, becoming present. And it's just noticing things around you. It's connecting to your body sensations. It's connecting to your five senses. It's all these different things that we can just come from a place of being present, rather than worrying about the future or worrying about the past. And there's lots of different mindful ways we can do this too. Coming to the present moment. It might be holding a crystal. It might be using some essential oil. It might be meditating or doing some mindful movement. It could be spending time in nature. Whatever it is, just taking that moment to come back into the present moment, however best suits you. And then the third tip for this is to turn to others for support. Your people that you surround yourself with are super important, and I don't know if you guys realize how important that they are. Just to have those people in your life that are rooting for you, that are inspiring you, that are motivating you to be your best person. And so this could be a coach, it could be a counselor, it could be a friend, it could be a family member. Just having those people in your life that you feel good around, that you feel inspired around, that those people don't leave you feeling less worthy than when you came to them. And just really noticing, and I've noticed that in the last 5 years, that you really have to be mindful of the people that you're around, because they're either going to lift you up or they're going to tear you down. And so it's really making sure that you have those people in your life. And then after all that, it's good to have friends and support and people to talk to about these things. But it's also important to remember that you are responsible for your own choices. So even though your friends and your family and counselors or therapists or coaches, they can all be people that kind of help you to kind of like debrief things in your life and help you to maybe come up with ideas for yourself on whatever situation you're talking about or whatever area of self-doubt that you have. But it's really, at the end of the day, it's remembering that you are in control of your own choices, and only you can be responsible for that, right? So although it's important to have all these people around us to help make us feel connected and supported and all those things, it's really important to know that only you can show up for yourself and be responsible for your choices. So that is kind of all I wanted to chat to you guys this morning. Those were kind of the 3 tips when we're talking about self-doubt and saying no to self-doubt. And I hope that was helpful in your journeys. So if you guys are not in my community already, I have a group called Imperfectly Perfect You, Finding Self-Love at Any Size. And we are a group of women empowering each other to find that exact thing, finding self-love at any size through many different mystic and holistic approaches. So we would love to have you guys in there. And if you're looking for an extra little spark of motivation or inspiration in your mornings, I have daily affirmations that I send out for free every morning, Monday to Friday, to whoever decides to sign up for it. It is absolutely free, and you receive them as a text message on your phone. And they are just inspirational affirmations to kind of start your day on the right foot and help you to kind of, develop those routines of being positive and having that positive mindset and positive self-talk and all those things that help us along our self-love journeys. So the link to sign up for that is in the description of this video. And that's all I had for you guys. So I hope you have the best day, and we will see you next week.